Hello there. I previously said that the money of an independent Quebec could be worth more than the Canadian dollar. So let's call this currency la piastre and let's explain two methods on how that could happen. First of all, the Canadian dollar is a floating currency. Most currency in the world are such and they tie to the US dollar, who is floating and used to be backed by the gold standard but abandoned it. Floating monies are backed by nothing of real value and thus are subject to massive inflation. Which means that if La Piastre was to be based on, let's say, electricity, maybe then milk and aluminium, by being backed by something, it becomes much more stable, much less subject to inflation, and therefore, even if it starts lower than Canada, it would quickly overtake it. And unless other countries be convinced to follow the example, Dutch disease could happen. This is for another episode. Another big variable is the monetary mass. So the bigger the monetary mass, because law and demand and other factors, the lesser our currency is worth. So if Quebec puts laws to control the monetary mass, limit its production, maybe say that every electronic dollar has to have a physical equivalent, and where Canada, the banks can loan the same dollar 3.6 times at the same time, well, the piastre could only be lent once at a time. Things like that could reduce the overinflation and by such keeping the monetary mass stable, which of course would mean that over time, once again, the massive inflation of Canada would continue to print money left and right and get into debt. The piastre would easily be worth way more. So on this, I bid you all a good day and until next video.